Hey guys, it's Ryan, living in Ecuador, sharing this beautiful country with you, and this is my 400th video. Wow.
You're the best thing
Kind of makes me
that's
feel
ever
proud,
happened to me.
but it also kind of makes me feel...
Shouldn't I be a lot more successful after all that work? Was my 8th grade teacher right? Should I have listened to my ex-girlfriend and just died in a ditch somewhere?
Every 100 videos, I like to make what I call a state of the channel address, just to tell you guys what's going on in my life, what the future of the channel will be, and to make huge announcements like this one. I'm pregnant. No, not pregnant, not even possible. The real announcement is Sarah and I are leaving Ecuador. We're moving to another country. Where are we going? Why are we leaving? What's the future of this channel? How do I get my hair so silky, soft, smooth? All these questions, pretty much all of them, answered in this video. I'm not giving you my hair tips, no way.
Y'all don't know people like this. Y'all don't know people like this. Y'all don't know people like this. Y'all don't know people like this.
If you're just watching this channel for the first time, where have you been? You've missed out on a monkey breaking up a cat fight, me trying to grow a beard, a ghost went up my ass once. We're a couple from Canada that has been living internationally for the past 7 years. We did 2 years in Vietnam, 3 years in China, and now 2 years in Ecuador. Sarah, my ride or die partner in crime, she is a high school science teacher and she's been teaching in all these countries. And I kind of took an early retirement. I've been trying to make a living doing what I love, masturbate, making videos. YouTube has certainly not been an easy egg to crack, but I love making videos. It gets me out of the house and exploring more.
Very good.
It really forces me to get to know the culture I'm living in.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
I love the editing, the shooting process. It's my dream job. We've been careful to choose countries that don't cost a lot of money to live in, so I haven't been blowing through my savings. I feel really lucky. We both really love our lives. What?
McDonald's emailed me. There's a McFlurry Crunch now.
So, as I said before, we are leaving Ecuador, which has been a great place to live. We love it here, and one day when we're ready to settle down, we might be back. But right now, it's just not the place for us.
Where are you going? Tell me now.
This summer, we're moving to Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Cambodia is in Southeast Asia. It's tropical, very hot. It's a developing nation. It's changed so much over the past 15 years. I've actually been there 3 times. The first time I went back in 2012. I did not like it. I just revisited a blog post we did on it, and the first line reads, "Oh, Phnom Penh, such a shithole, the butt crack of the world, where the scum settles in the tourist area." I went back 3 years later in 2015, and I was blown away by how much the country had changed. 2 years after that, I went back again, and suddenly Phnom Penh was this place I could totally see myself living in. So when a really good teaching job came up, Sarah applied for it, she got the job, and here we are. Why are we leaving Ecuador? Well, as I said before, I really do love Ecuador, but I do miss Asia a lot. It just runs at a different speed. There's a different vibe to it. You just feel more alive there. It's kind of hard to explain, but maybe you've been to Asia. If you have and you know what I'm talking about, please comment below. Maybe you can explain it better than I can. But there's just something about Asia that I miss. The expat community in Ecuador tends to be older, retired Americans. But in Asia, you get more of a mix of cultures, more nationalities, younger people, people who are a bit more adventurous, I think. So for me, that's my audience when it comes to making friends, and also when it comes to my YouTube channel. My channel actually took a big hit when I moved to Ecuador, but part of that was because I changed topics so drastically. A large number of my subscribers are into Asian food, which is one of my passions, and it'll be really great to get back into that. I'll talk more about the future of the channel in a bit. Moving back to Asia will also be a good career move for Sarah. Her salary will literally double, and the cost of living in Phnom Penh versus Quito is pretty close to the same. So she'll be able to save more money, twice as much money, and that's important for teachers who teach internationally and they don't have a pension. But more than that, the school that Sarah's going to be teaching at is really into giving back to the community. They're a true international school with people from all over the world attending it, and they're also a not-for-profit school. If you're interested in teaching internationally, the difference between a school that's run by a corporation and one that's not-for-profit, it's immense. Bottom line, it's about the education and not the money. I'm certainly going to miss the weather in Ecuador. I'm going to miss all the hiking we've been doing, this beautiful view we have. But in Cambodia, I'm looking forward to going back into that scooter culture. When I lived in Vietnam, it was like my favorite thing, just zipping around on a scooter. Everybody's riding them. It's so easy and quick. Also, the hot weather. Well, at times it can be too much. It's nice not to have to wear socks, flip-flops, t-shirt, shorts all day, every day. Also the food in Cambodia. Well, it's not as popular as Vietnamese food or Thai food. Cambodian food is good. There's some great dishes, and you can also get really good Thai food there. You can get really good Vietnamese food there, and there's a ton of expat options as well. Because it's so cheap and easy for an expat to open a business there, there's a ton of them that have opened up restaurants. You get food from all over the world and really good quality stuff as well. The ingredients available are really great. Fruits, vegetables, seafood. There's a lot of classically trained French cooks there. Cambodia used to be colonized by the French, and they kind of discovered the cam pot pepper there, and they were using it in all the cooking back in France. So a lot of people were coming to get the pepper, and they kind of just fell in love with the country and stayed, and they've opened restaurants and really, really good food. Last time I was there, I went to a little booth, a stall, and there's an Italian guy there cooking up fresh ravioli, handmade. It was like $2 for a plate, just incredible, really good food. Cambodia's food scene is definitely underrated. They have a great street food culture, lots of cheap, delicious eats, which means eating out more and less cooking at home. We actually talked about this the other day. When we lived in Asia, we would only cook Western food at home and we'd always go out for Asian food. But here in the Americas, we cook Asian food and just go out for Western food. And it's a lot easier for us to make Western food that's of restaurant quality than it is for us to make Asian food that can compete with the lady who's on the street corner making the same dish every day. The people in Cambodia are incredibly friendly. Of course, I found the people in Ecuador to be incredibly friendly as well. But when you live in a country where you stand out, like a tall, gangly white guy in Cambodia would, and you get more people approaching you because they know you speak English and they want to practice their English or they want to show it off.
Listening from Jennifer Lopez. On the floor.
In Ecuador, there's probably more people that speak English, but you're also expected to speak Spanish more here than you would in an Asian country. And rightfully so. Spanish is easier to learn as an English speaker, but I've been trying to learn Spanish for the past couple of years and I really struggle. It's just my brain is not good for speakage. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's easier to make friends in Asia because expats stand out more. You know who's an expat, the locals know who's an expat, so in a way you're more approachable. I also want to note that where we live in Ecuador, the altitude seems to have taken its toll on me. I feel older than ever. Wait a second. I am older than ever. But I find when I go down to the coast, I suddenly feel like I have more energy, I feel younger. I love living in the mountains, but I do think for certain people it's not good for your health. Also, the coronavirus situation has been far worse in Ecuador than in Cambodia, where they only have 300 cases and 0 deaths. We just got back from the Galapagos, and I was surprised that there's no system in place here where they would tell you if somebody on your flight had coronavirus. Ecuador is also one of the easier countries to get into. You just need a negative COVID test that was taken within 10 days of your flight. In Cambodia, you have to quarantine, 2 weeks quarantine in a government hotel. So they're really strict about it, but at the same time, the cases are low. People are just living life normally for the most part. That being said, things are probably going to change by summer. I think Ecuador is probably going to vaccinate people a little bit quicker than Cambodia will, but it's really too tough to tell right now. So obviously this move will affect the channel. I'm going to continue to make videos about living in Ecuador. I have lots of other ideas I need to get to. I'm going to try to pop these out as quickly as I can. So stay tuned for those. But after we move, I'm going to keep this channel going with videos about living in Cambodia. I want to document the whole process of getting there, which should be interesting with all the COVID precautions they're taking. Honestly, I'm a bit worried that we're not going to be able to even get in the country, but I'm not going to think about that at all. I also want to announce that I'll be starting a new channel when we get to Cambodia. You can actually subscribe to it now. I'll leave a link in the description below. I know it's a long ways out, a few months still, but COVID. It's called Walking Tour, and it's going to be about Asian food, mostly street food, just people cooking, really simple. No commentary, no music, just the sounds of cooking. I want it to be something you can put on while you're making dinner or just hanging out. I'm hoping it'll be relaxing, almost meditative, just beautiful shots of food being prepared. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, please subscribe now. I won't be posting anything for a while on there, but if I do want to become a full-time YouTuber, my dream job, then I need your help. I need you to subscribe to it so I can monetize the channel basically. I know nobody likes ads, but It's the only thing I ask of you. Please, please. And that's it. Big things coming in the future. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I know moving around has really affected this channel. 3 years in China.
We're leaving China.
Build up an audience, and I moved to Ecuador, and all these people are like, well, I'm not interested in Ecuador, I'm only interested in China. But I really want to thank the people who have stuck with me through all this. Hopefully you're entertained by it. Hopefully you're learning some stuff. And for those of you who have come aboard because you were looking for information about living in Ecuador, first of all, more of that to come. Second of all, I really hope you can stick with us after our move, because it's good to see what's going on the other side of the globe. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Guess that's good timing.
Prefer when I'm by myself. I don't wanna hang around y'all. Pray for good health. One day I'm gonna go ball. Fuck around and buy the whole mall. Breaking that cake. Flexing 700 in the bank. Not a superhero, I don't save. Look at my face. Look at my grades. Don't match up, no love. Fuck a date. I just fade. When I hit the jack, you can keep the pie. Every night I gamble, I stop. Yeah. When I check the cost, I was like,
Oh, that's expensive.
I rolling flex in my ear.